No time for intro! Must battle!
Hey guys, sorry for the lack of battles recently. I've been kind of busy. But here's a battle against BiGEaRs, kind of an interesting name there. Anyway, he leads with a Mamoswine. I lead with my Gengar, and this is my counter Destiny Bond Gengar. I tried to counter here, but he actually sets up Stealth Rocks. So now he Ice Shards, and I actually thought he'd switch or something, or just not like go for an attacking move. So I go for the Focus Blast because I already showed off counter. I didn't think he'd actually go for a physical move, but he does. But Ice Shard's not going to be a KO. I do actually hit with Focus Blast, get a crit, and I hit him down to his Focus Sash, which isn't too bad. And I go for the Shadow Ball just to finish him. He doesn't go for the Ice Shard. I would guess he was hoping that he could actually attack me with something other than Ice Shard, but he didn't get the chance. So he goes into Weavile, and I know he's probably going to KO me, so I'm just going to try to go for the Destiny Bond, and at least I'm able to get it with the Destiny Bond before he kills me with Feint Attack. And that's pretty cool because my lead Gengar just took out 2 pokes, which is never a bad thing. So his Weavile goes down, as does my Gengar, and I'm off to a pretty good start. So I go out into Swampert, pretty much because I want to set up Stealth Rocks of my own. He goes out into a Rotom, and goes for the Will-O-Wisp, which burns Swampert, which isn't too good. But I do set up the Stealth Rocks, which is pretty cool. And I know a burned Swampert really isn't going to do me any good. So I decided to actually just to stay in and try to scout out his team a bit with Roar. So I go for the Roar, and I see the Snorlax, which is just a pain, really. I mean, I really hate fighting Snorlaxes because they're always just a pain. Luckily, I do have a Breloom on this team, so I don't think it'll be too much of a problem, but it could still be annoying. He tries to curse here, but I'm just going to roar again because, like I said, I'm just trying to scout out his team a bit. And now I see the Politoed, which is actually kind of sad because I love Politoed and I don't really want to hurt it. At least it's a shiny Politoed, so it's not quite as cool because the blue and pink just looks awkward. But I'm burned, so I keep hitting myself in my burn. And yeah, he goes for the Water Pulse, and he actually gets the Confusion, which is just really annoying. So I'm confused. I end up hurting myself, so I can't roar him out again. And yeah, Swampert's going to go down to another Water Pulse. I decide just to keep it in. I mean, I don't really need Swampert for later, so I just let it go down. And I did set up the Stealth Rocks. I saw 3 of his pokes, so I can hopefully make some nice predictions. I go out into Scizor just to U-turn to get some free damage, theoretically, but he actually goes for the Hypnosis and hits, which is kind of annoying. And now he's going to try to Focus Punch me, which is bad. So he Focus Punches me here, and that's going to hurt. And I guess he's predicting that I'll wake up and go for the Water Pulse, and he gets another Confusion, which is really, really annoying, but I'm still asleep, so it doesn't even matter. I want to save Scizor for later, so I go out into Breloom, and Breloom, will take the Water Pulse pretty nicely, considering the resistance, and I do munch on my Toxic Orb, which badly poisons me, but that's pretty good because of Poison Heal. So I go for the Spore, put the Politoed to sleep, and now I'm just going to set up the sub, predicting his switch. And he does switch. He goes out into this Rotom, and that's probably I knew he was probably going to go out into Rotom. That's really his best play. But I do have Seed Bomb on this thing, so I'm just going to get a free Seed Bomb off, and that's not too bad. He goes for the Thunderbolt, which I resist, but it's still strong enough to break my sub, so that's still pretty good. So I go for the Seed Bomb, and that's going to hit him down, about halfway. It could be like about 50% damage, I would say. But I'm going to switch out into Houndoom, predicting the Shadow Ball, and he does go for the Shadow Ball, which is good. I didn't think he'd go for the Thunderbolt again because Thunderbolt wouldn't KO Breloom. So there you go. So now he does go for the Thunderbolt, and Houndoom is going to survive that, which is really good, and I'm going to go for the Dark Pulse, and that's going to take out the Rotom, which is really epic for me. So Rotom goes down, and unfortunately for me, Houndoom's not going to be able to live another Life Orb recoil, but he goes out into Snorlax, and I see it doesn't have leftovers, so I'm pretty sure it's one of those, Chesto Berry ones. But I decided to go for the Will-O-Wisp anyway. It's the only thing Houndoom can really do. And he didn't know that Houndoom had Flash Fire. I guess he thought maybe I was an early bird one, so he goes for the Fire Punch. And that doesn't KO me. I'm going to go for the Flamethrower and KO myself. But he predicted that I guess I'd kill myself, and he just used Rest. And much to my dismay, this is a Chesto Berry Snorlax, so he wakes up instantly, gets rid of his burn, and gets full health, which is just really good for him. So I go out into Scizor, and I'm hoping I'd wake up this turn and get a Choice Band superpower off on it, but unfortunately I don't, and he gets another curse, which sucks. But this turn I do get a superpower off, but after, like, what, I think it was two, curses, I'm not going to be able to KO it. And he goes for the Fire Punch, and that'll take out my Scizor, which is never good. But I think Cresselia can take a Body Slam or two, so I decided to go out into that. I decided to go for the Calm Mind to raise my special attack a bit, and he does go for the Body Slam. Luckily, this isn't a leftovers Snorlax, because he's not going to be gaining health every turn. But Body Slam does a respectable amount of damage, and I just have to hope I can 2-hit KO with Psychic now. And it looks like I can, because of, like I said, he doesn't have the leftovers recovery, which is really good. And that will put it to 2-hit KO range. I go for the second Psychic, and that's going to take out the Snorlax, and that was big. I really needed that thing down. But now he goes out into his last poke, Electivire. Well, last poke except for Politoed, the one I don't know. And he predicted he said he predicted a switch into Breloom, so he goes for the Brick Break, and I go for the Moonlight, and that will pretty much be good game, because he might have been able to kill me with Thunder Punch had he gone for it, but he didn't, and Cresselia lives, and now has pretty nice health again, and Psychic is going to be able to 2-hit KO the Electivire, and that'll be that. He goes for the Thunder Punch again, and that's going to hit Cresselia back down to red health, but Psychic will kill the Electivire now, and I even get a crit even though I didn't need it. And his last poke was is, of course, Politoed, and I have the Charge Beam. I'm just going to go for it, put the Charge Beam, trying to get some special attack boosts. That's really the best thing I can do, I guess. So I go for it. I get one special attack boost, which is pretty nice. I still don't know if Psychic can kill or not right now, because Politoed is a special wall. So I go for another Charge Beam. I end up not getting another special attack boost, but I still think I can 1-hit KO Politoed at this point anyway. He's going to try to go for the Water Pulse, but that's not going to take out Cresselia due to the Calm Mind and Cresselia's pretty good defenses. Well, actually, really, really good defenses, I should say. But I go for the Psychic, thinking that it'll KO at this point, and I'm right. Politoed goes down. Actually, it's a crit, so I don't even know. But rate, comment, subscribe, guys. See you guys next time. Alright, peace, dudes. Bye.
And today's question of the day is, what is your favorite handheld gaming system? Obviously, I like the Nintendo DS. It's probably my favorite for the 2-screen feature. But I always like the Game Boy. The PSP's okay. There's a few other handheld gaming systems that are pretty cool, but leave a comment about your favorite handheld gaming system, and rate, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time. Alright, peace.